G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tackle Marks Point. This Friday's fishing report. Beautiful Lake Macquarie behind us here. Look, last weekend, massive seas on Saturday, but they abated very quickly through Sunday. And look, some of the best fishing I've seen offshore in our local area for a number of years. Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday, the weather was perfect. But Monday, Tuesday, we were blessed. Virtually no wind and minimal swell, about a foot, maybe 2 foot of swell at best. Some tremendous catches of snapper off our part of the coastline here. Some of the best I've seen in years. The deep water, the farm, in and around that 90 to 100 metre mark, fished incredibly well. Most of the guys that were able to get out there were catching bag limit catches of snapper. A lot of fish, like a lot of 2.5, 3 kilo fish. It was so many fish of that consistent size and all in peak condition. There was some great trag got caught as well, and some quite big trag up around 4 kilo or even a bit better on a couple of ones I've seen, and a few kingies. But it was tremendous fishing, and as I say, just some unbelievable results. Even on some of those inshore reefs, you know, the 35, 40 metre marks as well, particularly south down towards Waibung, fished very well as well. And look, again, trag and of course a lot of snapper, but it was just goes to show you how good the area can be after a significant blow like we had. And I have to say that, look, looking at what's ahead of us, look, bit of easterly on Saturday, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and again Monday being the pick, we've got lightish winds and minimal swell as well. So it gives us a great opportunity to get out there and get some of these snapper right in time for Good Friday and gets a few fish on the plate during Easter. Now, we talked about salmon last week. Wow, hasn't that just like erupted? The salmon are everywhere at the moment. Up on the Blacksmith's breakwater this morning, even Alex had a pre-fish before work and donged a heap. There was just salmon all through the channel, all along our beaches at the present moment. Big schools had reports sent to me on Monday, Tuesday this week when the weather was beautiful. Plenty of salmon mixed in with an abundance of tailor throughout Lake Macquarie at the moment. So this is going to be the trend over the next, I reckon, couple of months, where we're going to see big numbers of salmon mixed in with tailor. And again, there was even a few kingies up on Blacksmith's breakwater this morning mixed in with these salmon. Look, it's just phenomenal fishing at the present moment. The beaches, of course, believe it or not, they're catching snapper off the beaches, and I think everyone's going to say, is he right in saying that? Well, yes, I am. One of our regulars, Charlie, came in on Monday, got some pillies, went up to Blacksmith's Beach and caught a beautiful snapper, about 2.5 to 3 kilo off Blacksmith's Beach. And it wasn't just a one-off. There was fish up to 57 centimetres caught in Swansea Channel, even on Friday in the peak of the blow. But there's a lot of squire even along the beaches. Fish, 32s, 35s, 40s, mixed along that Belmont Blacksmith's stretch of beach. So it just goes to show you've just got to get out there and have a bit of a crack. A lot of the flathead in our estuary have moved out, and this is where they'll be now. They'll be on the backs of the beaches. So salmon, tailor, snapper or squire getting caught, and of course a lot of flathead and brim as well right along our coastal strip. And of course, if the swell maintains its, it doesn't get up to what it was last week, you'll start to see a lot of snapper off the rocks. So rock fishing looking not too bad, particularly Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, when that wind backs off and the swell abates as well. So look, things are looking very good if you can get out there. Not sure about what's going on out on the shelf. No doubt there'll be a few marlin around. There's not a lot of current, and look, there could be a few big tiger sharks which get around at this time of year. Back in the lake, like we said, salmon, tailor, and there's a lot of mulloway in the system at the moment. That's what you would expect after so much rain. As you can see, the water here's got a little bit of colour. Just as we pulled up, we had bait fish just flying out of the water here, and I wasn't sure if it was kingies or bonito in this real shallow area here, just busting through that bait. And as you can see, a couple of boats just starting to move around and work those edges. So a lot of brim in the system. There's a brim competition in Lake Macquarie this weekend as well, but there's a lot of brim in our system at the present moment. And there's still a few whiting, believe it or not, on the flats. Some of the guys getting crabs, of course. If you're going to go for your blueies, you've got to be out in that deeper water. I would reckon in and around about that, 7 to 8 metre mark would be ideal. Still a few squid down at Murray's, and there's still a few up at the drop over, but you're going to need to take advantage of the run-in tide. Now look, this week, Saturday in particular, tomorrow, low tide 8:30. It's about 1.70 of a tide, so it's not a real low tide. And 2:30 in the afternoon, it's aiming like a 1.2 high. Very little variant in the water, so there's not going to be a lot of push around. So areas like Swansea Bridge and at the drop over on the flats here are going to be quite fishable. Now this week's ZEREK Fish of the Week winner was Bob Mowbray from Swansea. Now Bob got out during that beautiful weather on Monday and Tuesday and caught a cracking brim down at Swansea there, 44 centimetres. He had 5 fish that made up his bag, but this particular 44 centimetre one, Bob, was an absolute stunner. He brought it into the shop and showed us, and the colour of the fish that Bob had was that golden colour. So what you're going to see is a lot of brim in on these weed areas around the edges of the lake, and I reckon this weekend you're going to get out there and have a crack. I'm not sure what the weather's going to do through the week. It looks pretty good, bit of a sou'easter Wednesday. Easter next weekend, we're going to do our report a day early next Thursday, so I'll catch up with you guys next Thursday. Let's get out there. If you can have Monday off, even better, and let's catch a few for Easter. I'll see you then.